Hey everyone, Live It Like Lisa here. Welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. So today's video, I thought I would sit down and go through all the questions that you guys have been sending me throughout the last few days. And hopefully Jessie might be joining me a little bit later to answer a few of the questions that she was given. So I've put them all down in my phone. I've actually just taken screenshots of all the questions straight off my YouTube channel. So I'll be reading them out from here and then I'll answer them for you guys. So in no particular order, from Sherry Baldwin. First of all, she says, do you call all candy lolly, even lollipops? When you kept saying lollies, I thought you were going to put lollipops in the theatre room. So yeah, here in Australia, any sort of what you would call, oh no, because you call chocolate bars candy as well. So in Australia, we call chocolate bars chocolates or chocolate bars. So like Mars bars, Snickers, Kit Kats, all of that we call chocolate. And all the lollies, like gummy lollies, sour lollies, lollipops, hard lollies, I'm saying lollies, but anything like that we call lollies. I think in America, you kind of group all of that sweet stuff as candy, whether it's chocolate or the sugary lollies, whereas here in Australia, it's either the chocolate or lollies. So yeah, that's just what we call it here in Australia. Next question, how's my dad? Dad's doing great. He has, like memory-wise, he has better days and not so good days, but health-wise, he's going fine. He's doing really, really well. So yeah, so far so good, and we just take each day as it comes. So Dad's doing really well. Then the next question Sherry asked is, when you say going to Port, is that a nearby town? Or is that what your shopping centre is called or the area is called? So yeah, when I say Port, I mean going to Port Macquarie. So here we just call it Port or Taree, because we're kind of like in between both of those, like where we are actually situated. So whenever I say going to Port, it means I'm heading up to Port Macquarie, which is where my dad lives. Next question came from Quirty Quirt. I see Quirty Quirt comment a lot. Quirty Quirt asks, how are you coping with your father's dementia symptoms and are you okay? So yeah, look, I mean, there's not a lot we can do about it. And like for my dad at the moment, it's not every day. Like some days you talk to him, he's completely normal, he knows everything, everything's fine, but then you'll talk to him another day and he'll say something random like, oh, your mum hasn't come home yet. And I mean, my mum's been dead for like 15 years. So it's just very like, not spontaneous, but sporadic. It's sporadic at the moment. I mean, his memory's pretty bad. I asked him, oh, what did you have for dinner yesterday? He won't remember, like anything like that. As far as the dementia goes, we just got to take one step at a time. So I probably will be getting him assessed in the new year anyway, just so that we know what type of dementia we're dealing with, if at all. I mean, I know pretty much 99% there is, but you know, I think they said it's helpful to know what kind he's suffering from, so you can sort of know what to expect, get help on how to deal with things and that as they progress. So yeah, but other than that, Dad's doing really well. Next question's from Linda R. I know Linda. First question, do you miss living in Sydney? The only thing I miss about living in Sydney is the access to everything. The shops up here are pretty dismal. We don't have a lot of variety up where we are. The food and the restaurants and things there, you just can't beat. Pretty much all I miss is just the material things. I don't miss living there. I couldn't live in residential areas again, like being surrounded by people. Next question from Linda, do you want to travel? I would love to travel, but I'm terrified of flying. Absolutely terrified of flying. Because when we came to Australia, I was originally born in England and we came to Australia when I was 4. When we were traveling over here on the plane, they had just served dinner to everyone on the plane. So everyone had their dinner trays, their drinks and everything. And our plane hit an air pocket in the sky and dropped a few thousand feet. and everyone's dinner trays and drinks and everything just went flying up in the air. And I thought, I mean, I was only 4 at the time, but I just remember the drinks and everything flying up in the air. And that's pretty much all I remember, because apparently after that, I just fell asleep in my chair and slept the whole way to Australia. And I think that was about was it a 24-hour flight or something? I don't know. It was a ridiculously long flight. I did not wake up the whole time. I just was asleep. I peed in the chair. I did not wake up. And I think the flight attendants were really worried about me because I'd just fallen asleep and didn't want to wake up. And I think I was just traumatized by it. And from that time, I mean, I know I was only 4 and I don't remember a lot of it, but I think the trauma of it is still in me. And I'm terrified to fly. We've been talking about it a bit, that we are gonna start traveling in the next few years. We were just waiting for the whole COVID thing to die down and all the restrictions and everything to die down. So maybe in a couple of years, once everyone's over that, we may look into flying, but I think I'll have to be sedated somehow, because I don't think I could do a 30-hour flight or anything like that just by being normal. I just don't know if I could do it. Next question, favorite YouTubers to watch. That one I'm going to actually answer in an upcoming video, because that's part of my monthly favorites. So I've got a list of them. I'll answer that one then. What's a strange addiction you have? What's a strange addiction? Do you know if I've got any strange addictions?
You do a lot of strange stuff.
I don't know if I've got a strange addiction. There is a strange thing I do at night time before I get into bed. It's not really an addiction, but it is like a freaking weird ritual that I have, and I just can't seem to fall asleep without doing it. What I do, because I just sleep in my knickers and a t-shirt. Like, I don't, even in the middle of winter, I cannot have anything on my legs or feet, and it's just knickers and a t-shirt no matter how cold it is. But before I go to bed, I roll my doona up like in a big roll, and sort of sit it halfway down my bed, and I've got 2 of the display pillows that I stack on top, and I put my towel over the top of that, right? So there's a big, huge mound in the middle of my bed on my side where I sleep with a towel on it, okay? So that's setting it up. Then, because I've just got my knickers on and a t-shirt, I go in the shower. We've got a shower where you can take the nozzle off, so you've just got a handheld thing. And I put cold water all over my legs, like from the top of my thighs down to my feet. And I run the shower hose head with cold water coming out all over my legs for about 5 minutes until they feel like they're really cool and cold. And then I just shake them in the shower, and then I go lie down in bed and put my feet up on that big mound that's got the towel on it, so it's not wetting any of my bed sheets. And I lie down in bed with my feet like right up on this big mound, and I'll just like watch a bit of YouTube or something before I go to like actual sleep. And with the breeze coming through the window, blowing on my wet legs, that just cools my whole body down, and I'm able to fall asleep. If I don't do that before I go to bed, my whole body just feels like it's too hot. Like I get too hot and uncomfortable and I can't sleep. But after about 5 minutes of just lying like that, once all my legs are dried, I just let them dry naturally in the breeze. I then just, take all the pillows off, take the towel off, and just go to sleep as normal. So it's not really an addiction. Like, it's not like I can't ever go to sleep without that, especially in winter. Like when it's already cold, I don't always have to do it every day in winter. But in summer, oh my God, like I don't think I could sleep without doing that. Oh, the only other weird thing I do, and I don't think it's that weird because I think a few of you have mentioned that you do it too. I can't wash my clothes mixed in with everyone else's. I always wash my own clothes separate to everyone else's. A lot of the times, if I haven't got a full load up, I will mix Jesse's and Jamie's and Michael's clothes together to make a full load. but I always have to do my own clothes separate. I don't know why. It just makes me feel icky if I'm washing my knickers in with someone else's knickers. I don't know. That's just a weird thing I do. I don't think I've got any other weird addictions. That's the only weird things that I can think of that I do. I'm sure if Jessie was here, she'd probably pick at about 1 million of them. What's something you'd do if you won Lotto? Well, the first thing I'd do would be quit work. You know what I would do? I would actually hire a personal trainer and like a person to come in and cook me. Like, it depends how much money we're talking about. Like, if it was, you know, a couple of $1 million, I'd just quit work and just live normal. But if we're talking like 50, 60 million or something ridiculous, I would love to hire a personal trainer and a cook for 1 year to just whip me into shape and teach me how to do everything. And yeah, like, I think I'd love that. Probably just, yeah, I'd just basically quit work and do YouTube full time. I'd love to do YouTube full time. If YouTube ever makes me more money than I'm earning at work consistently, yeah, I'd probably quit and do that too. Next question, again from Linda. What jobs have you had? Okay, so I finished school. I was dead set I wanted to be a primary school teacher, so I started doing university, like to become a primary school teacher. I think I only did about 18 months, and at that time, me and Michael were kind of thinking about, you know, moving in together, buying a house. I wasn't enjoying uni. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and I just wasn't enjoying it. And so I quit uni and got a job at a place called Salmat. I worked there in the accounts department until Jessie was born. Then I pretty much had a few years off because in that time as well, then Jamie was born. I think then I pretty much stayed home until Jamie was around 2, I guess. And then I got a job, it was like a factory processing job. From the factory processing job, I then got another job, which was just around the corner, doing again, like admin and accounts. And then from that job, we then moved to Boomai. And then while I was in Boomai, I think I had about a year of doing nothing in Boomai because I didn't really need to work. We didn't have any mortgage. We didn't have any real expenses. It was all paid for by the police. So because we moved out there with Michael because he got applied for a job out at Boomai. So we moved there for his job, ended up staying there for 5 years. And while I was there, I got bored after about a year or so of staying at home, then got a job at the cotton gin. That was the best job ever because that cotton gin, I was working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and without even dieting, I think I lost about 35 kilos in a 6-month period. Because it was not hard work, but it was physical. Like, you were on your feet all day long. You were doing cleaning, you were doing like bagging and things like that. Like, and yeah, that was the best job because I could just eat whatever I wanted, and I was just dropping weight like every week. So I worked there for 1 season, and then I got a job at the local school as like a teacher's aide. And then when we moved to here on the mid-north coast, I was lucky enough to get a job in Port. I can't really say, it's kind of like a government kind of job, so I can't really say what I do, but it's again along the lines of like invoicing. And yeah, I've pretty much been there ever since. I think it's going on maybe 5-6 years now, and absolutely love it. It's pretty much the best company I've ever worked for. So yeah, most of my jobs have been in the accounts and admin side of things. It's kind of like what I enjoy, what I love doing, I guess what I'm good at. I'm really happy with where I am now and currently working from home. I'm pretty sure our company is going to keep that as an option for people going forward, which suits me to a T. It's saving me about 2 hours travel every day, saving me over $150 in petrol every week. So yeah, it's been a godsend. So they're all my jobs. If I've got them all in order, I've probably forgot a few along the way. Favorite foods and foods you dislike. My favorite foods, I would have to say, I love sushi. I never get tired of sushi. I like pizza. I really like pizza. There's no real foods I don't like. Oh my God, I love seafood, any seafood. Oysters, mussels, lobster, crab, fish. I like fish, but yeah, I just love all that, you know, the prawns, the bugs, Balmain bugs, and crayfish and all that. Oh, love that. That's probably my favorite. I think I could live off seafood every day of my life. Question from Lisa Trigg. She has asked your favorite beauty products and your favorite budget meals to make for your family and your favorite cleaning products. All right, favorite beauty products. Absolutely loving Makeup Revolution. I mean, this is not sponsored, but absolutely loving Makeup Revolution or Revolution Makeup. I'm not sure which way they say it. I've only just discovered them, and yeah, it's really, really nice makeup and not so expensive. You know, it's not cheap like Kmart cheap, but it's definitely not up there. I would say it would be along the lines of Australis prices, maybe around that price range. Favorite budget meals to make for your family? Well, that chicken and dumpling soup, that is an absolute winner in this family, and it is really, you can feed like a heap of people on so few ingredients. Like, it's, you know, hardly anything in it, but it's just so tasty. Favorite cleaning product is the Coles brand spray and wipe in the pink bottle. I love the smell of that. It's really, really nice. I'll have to do a thing on my favorite cleaning products. I think I'll do something like that in my new year. From Emma Lee has asked, will you be getting more puppies? I say no. I don't want any more animals. I just, the heartbreak of losing those two is just, it's too raw for me at the moment, and I just don't want to replace them with any other animals. If you ask Michael, I think he was ready to get a dog the very next day. Like, he just wants another dog. I just said, nah, it's just too much. Like, maybe in a couple of years time, maybe, I don't know. At this point, it's too much. Nah, I couldn't think about losing another pet again. It was just way too painful. So I say no. But who knows? I'm never going to say never, but currently it's a no. From Carolyn Holland has asked, what made you want to begin your YouTube journey? I've always been pretty creative with things, and when Jessie was going through school, I would make costumes for her and do her makeup and do all different sort of face paint on her for different, if it was Halloween or book week. I think it was just from a few people suggesting, oh, you should do a video on and show people how you've made that or how you do that. And yeah, I just went from there. A question from Maria Murphy. She has asked, is it a family cat? Oh, she goes, I like your cat, Lisa. Is it a family cat, and what is his or her name? Yeah, unfortunately, it's our family cat. I say unfortunately because she's not a loving cat. She's really not. Although I must admit, since she's been able to go outside more now that the puppies have gone, she has become a lot nicer. I think she was just hating her life being locked in the house for all those years. But yeah, she's our family cat. Her name's Emily. We actually rescued her. There was 4 kittens. They were dumped in a box in a park that the kids were playing at. They were less than a week old because they still hadn't opened their eyes yet. I'd say they were only about 4 or 5 days old. And the kids come home from the park with this box of kittens. And of course, I'm not one to say, oh, go and put the box back where you found it. So we ended up raising all 4 of those kittens by hand. We went to the vet and got, like, the little eyedropper bottles and the special formula and all of that sort of thing, and learned how to, you know, stimulate their weeing reflex and all of that. And yeah, we basically hand raised her and 3 of her little kitten brothers and sisters. And you'd think with her being hand raised from being 3 or 4 days old, she'd be such a loving and person friendly cat, but she's really not. Like, she will come up and sit on me and be purring and all that. And I can pat her for a little while, but yeah, once she gets fed up of me patting, she will bite or scratch. So yeah, but she's not too bad. She's okay. Oh, I say I hate her, but I don't really. Brunette Barbie, she has asked, my questions are about your super cute daddy. Will he be staying with you, spending Christmas with you this year? How is he feeling now after his recent health issues? So yeah, like I was saying before, Dad's doing great health-wise. He's really good. Christmas, what we normally do is we will celebrate as a family here at home, like just our immediate family, like Michael, me and the kids, on Christmas Eve. That's when we have our actual Christmas. And then we go up to my dad's on Christmas Day and spend the Christmas Day with my dad, and we'll prepare Christmas dinner, whatever we decide to do up there. I don't normally bring him down here, only because it's a 2-hour round trip. So for us to go pick my dad up, bring him back, and then take him back and come back home, it's like 4 hours of driving just to bring my dad here. So it just makes it a lot easier for us to just go up there and visit him. So I'm not sure what we're doing for Christmas dinner this year up there. I think last year we did like a big barbecue. I think we did like a smoked pork or something like that on the barbecue. I think the year before that we did a big roast turkey dinner, like a traditional roast turkey dinner. This year I want to try and maybe do something where I'm not stuck in the kitchen or Michael's not stuck barbecuing, something really quick and easy, like if we can get some like barbecue chickens and some salads and stuff like that, where there's not a lot of cleanup and not a lot of preparation, and maybe even just go down to the beach and sit on one of the benches there and have Christmas dinner there, maybe get some prawns, just something really easy. So next question is from Radiat Trump. Oh God, I feel so bad if I'm saying all these wrong. I'm really sorry, guys. Have asked, how do you manage working full-time and doing housework? What do you do for a living? Now that I'm working from home, I find it a lot easier. I actually look back on the times when I used to travel to and from work and still maintain a house and do everything that I do. And I look back on that time and think, how the hell did I do that? But being able to work from home, it's definitely made it a lot easier. It's given me at least 2 hours of my day back. So normally I will spend, I mean, not so much now that I'm doing Vlogmas, because I'm, you know, spending a lot of extra time editing and things that I wouldn't normally do. But normally I would spend an hour in the mornings doing a bit of housework, whether it's cleaning a certain room or whatever. I've normally got like a little cleaning schedule that I do throughout the week, Monday to Friday. So in the mornings I'll spend an hour cleaning a certain area of my house. Then I start work, and then, you know, even after work, if I slept in that morning or whatever and I didn't get to do the hour of cleaning, I'll do that, spend an hour doing that after work. So when you think, if I'm only just spending an hour each day, Monday to Friday, that's 5 hours of cleaning I'm doing throughout the week. That kind of takes care of all my housework, and then I've got my weekends free to do whatever. So yeah, I've just find working from home has helped tremendously in being able to do it all basically and not feel too worn out and too tired. Okay, so next question is from Cranberry Cat. Are you planning on trying to do some crafts in the new year, like sketching and journaling? So absolutely. I have pretty much got all of my major house projects done. I am hoping that's going to give me a lot more time to do some crafts and journaling and different projects like that. I've got quite a few, you know, Halloween crafts and holiday crafts that I want to do next year. I do want to get my journaling and art stuff going as well. So yeah, I definitely want to start sharing some of those now that I've got nothing else on my plate basically. So yeah, the answer to that is definitely, and I'm looking forward to it. So I think that is all the questions. If I've missed your comment in amongst all the other comments, comment under this video so that I'll reply to that in the next vlog. Let me see if I can go find Jess, because she's got a couple of questions here just about her plans now that she's finished school and all that. It's Jessie. Oh God, we're about to friggin' run out of battery.
I just woke up.
She just woke up. It's like 5:42 in the afternoon. Okay, so it was Michelle Olmer who has asked you your questions, and she's asked what. She has asked, what are Jessie's plans now after high school? Does she want to work with horses for a career? And oh yeah, she's just saying the views and sounds outside of our home are so lovely. So what's your life goals?
Marry someone rich. Preferably old too. So like I'm kind of left alone after a while.
So he can die and leave you all his money.
Yeah.
What the hell? This is the child I've raised. Have you got any career aspirations, or like is there any like a dream job that you would love to do?
No job. I really don't want to work.
You know what? Like honestly, I was like that. Like that is my dream as a kid was to be a housewife. I just wanted to be a stay-at-home mum, just doing all the household, like
That sounds good.
Stepford wife. That's what I wanted to be, and I didn't even know what it was, but just to maintain a beautiful home, have all the kids at home. But in saying that, you're pretty busy doing work. Like you're working with Dad bloody a few days a week.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Yeah, but you got to do something to get money. Exactly. No one loves working, like unless you're lucky and you get a job that you like, which I mean, you know, if I had to choose any job, the one I'm doing now would be like my ideal.
Well, I ride horses now.
Yeah, well that's what
money.
I'm saying. Yeah, so you're already like looking after horses without one of our neighbours up the road. You're taking care of her horses. So, well, that was riveting. That was well worth the wait, wasn't it, people?
What are the questions?
That was it.
You got me out of bed for that?
Well, you didn't want to do the rest of it. One of them asked, like, what if I have any strange addictions? And I mean, obviously, to me, they wouldn't be strange. And Dad's probably been with me that long that it's not strange to him anymore. But is there anything you can think that I've got like a strange thing that I do, or strange?
How I have to say the same thing twice before she hears it. So like so now I don't even like, so if I'm like, oh Mum, what's the time? And I'll wait, nothing. And I'm like, Mum, what's the time? And she hears it the second time. So now, so I don't have to repeat myself, I just make a random noise just to get her attention. I'm just like, and then she's like, what? And then I can ask the question that I wanted to know. It's just, you know, saves my breath.
That's not a strange addiction.
But it's strange.
Will probably be half the time I'm not even listening. Like chips? I'm doing my other thing.
You still, my chips and chocolate.
What chips? I don't even like the chips you like. I only eat plain chips. That's him that steals your food. I don't touch your food.
I don't steal anything.
You know it's him.
He does steal my lollies.
Hey?
It does steal the lollies.
All the lollies. The lollies go in the same day they bloody get brought home.
Your weird addiction is your teeth.
Oh yeah, I do like to have my teeth cleaned and straight. But I spent a lot of money on my teeth. That's why I'm addicted to them. 10 grand to make them look like that. That's a lot of money.
When we're at the dentist, do you want to tell them the story about your big teeth? Your big teeth and toothbrush?
That'll be for another day.
No, now.
Oh, I don't know if you guys remember, like when you're in primary school, they have like the dentist or whoever, the health nurse, come round, and they always had these big model teeth, and they would get the little kids to come up and brush the teeth and show them how to brush the teeth properly. And like they were about this, I mean, maybe they weren't that big, but they looked like they were about that big to me when I was a kid. And I never ever got picked to do the brushing, and I was devastated because I was obsessed with it. Like I wanted to be the one that did the brushing. And I never ever got picked in all the years from kindy all the way through to year 6. I never got picked to demonstrate how to brush the teeth, and I was obsessed with it. Like,
that's strange and obsessive.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, but I was also one of the kids that always had their hand up in class and never got picked to answer. Like, why do they do that? Like, why do they pick the kid that's sitting there going, please don't pick me, please don't pick me? Like, just pick the kid that's got their hand up, that's saying, yes, I know the answer. Pick that kid. He wants to answer. And then in high school, I gave up putting my hand up because I never ever got picked. And then all my report card says, oh, she doesn't participate enough in class. All through high school. She never participates in class discussions. She never puts her hand up to answer questions. Yeah, because for the first 6 years, no one freaking picked me. Now I'm over it.
Goodbye Q&A.
Now it's just a rant.
Yeah.
I think the battery's about to die anyway. All right, guys. Well, I think I've rambled long enough. Obviously, that was riveting content from Jessie. I don't think she knows really what she wants to do, but you know what? I was the same. I thought I wanted to be a teacher, but I think what I really wanted to do is just organize a classroom. I don't think I was that interested in wanting to actually be a teacher and teach kids. I was just obsessed with organizing a classroom and having all the pencils in the right cups and all the folders tucked away nicely. I think that was my whole idea of wanting to be a teacher. So yeah, I don't think she really knows what she wants to do at this stage. It probably will have something to do with working with animals. She did want to be a vet nurse at one stage, but yeah, I don't know. So at the moment she's working with her dad. Michael's got his own business doing like home maintenance and what is it? Essential property maintenance. So she goes out with him a few days a week, helping him on different jobs. She enjoys doing manual work and being outside rather than a desk job. Like she could not do an office or desk type job. So whatever she does will need to be like a manual type of job working outside. So yeah, I don't know, see what the future brings for her. At the moment, she's just happy to, you know, help her dad doing the property maintenance, and she's very good at that. So yeah, Jamie's currently got a part-time job at our local general store, which pretty much is just behind our house. So he's pretty much been working there every single day since he got that job, and I think he got that a couple of weeks ago now. So what he's mainly waiting for is to get his hours up on his L's, and then once he goes for his P's and he's got his P plates, I think then he's going to apply for an electrician apprenticeship and yeah, go along that career path. I think he's quite interested in becoming an electrician. So yeah, he's just basically waiting to get his license before he applies for an apprenticeship, because Jamie actually started school a year early. He was only 4.5 when he started school. So with him finishing school, he only finished school having just turned 17. So he didn't even, you know, qualify to get a license or anything for a year, you know, for at least a year after all his mates did. So yeah, I think that's his career path of choice. And yeah, I think we'll finish the vlog off here. I've got a lot of editing to do to try and get this to make some sort of sense. I won't do the monthly, oh gosh, he's back. I won't do any monthly.
Your favourite.
I won't do any favorites for this month because there's enough rambling as it is. We'll add it to the next vlog. Why do you do that? Stop. No, stop. I'm gonna piss my pants again. You need to stop. No, stop.
No, stop.
No,
Stop. Stop.
Go feed Rolly. He's really annoying.
He's not supposed to be fed for another like 2 hours.
Oh, how's your piercing going? Is it feeling good? I just realised I've got makeup on now, but all under my eye here, from here up, is all bruised. I think where they, you know, they pull it with the tongs or something. But yeah, I've got like a red mark here and it's all sort of yellow on there. Because I was thinking it was really sore, like it was feeling sore, not the actual piercing, but just down here somewhere. Yeah, and I've just realised.
I can see it.
You can? That little red mark here, and then a bit of yellow there. Yeah. But it's funny, like when we come home, I was literally talking face to face with Michael for about half an hour, and also with Jamie for about half an hour, and they did not notice the piercings at all. Yeah, I guess they don't notice anything. But I think maybe because I've had them before, they probably didn't look so out of place. Have you got anything more funnier to add to make my Because any video that you're in is doing better than any video that I'm just in by myself. So
honestly, I reckon we should just phase you out slowly. I reckon, like, if we... Alright, so it's only the 6th now. So I reckon if we start now by... Is it 2023? Next year? By 2023, we would have completely phased her out. And the channel would be so much better.
We got to do a thumbnail too. Oh, maybe this. Just to like...
What the fuck?
Like as if I'm like riding. I don't think I'm probably, this is not my good side. Is that my good side? Do I even have a good side?
No.
Yeah, I think this is my good side. Because look how yuck my face looks there. And this looks better.
I think all sides my good side.
So like thumbnail. Okay, that'll do.